So, I'm so satisfied in this relationship, more satisfied than I've ever been before. And at the same time, I feel like I'm being pulled towards more. I'm not saying more in a different relationship. I'm just saying more in an expansion kind of way. And I want her to come along with me.
That has to be irrelevant.
Okay.
That has to be irrelevant.
So
that has to be irrelevant because Source, that's what we just said. Source sees her as perfect. And if you see her than less than perfect, then you have made the wrong thing relevant, and you're not in alignment with Source. And now, without meaning to, you're giving her the credit or the blame for it.
So the thing relevant then is that she's already gone there. She's already expanded to where it is that I want to go.
Often. Here's something that's a little tricky and very interesting about all of this. When you ask anyone to be sometimes in relationships, and we know you're past this, and yet it comes up with you and everyone else from time to time. When you feel about someone, being with you makes me more, or you complete me, what you're actually saying is, since I've given you the credit for my alignment, then it's only fair that I give you the blame for my misalignment. And since I can't control the way you behave, then you're sort of a problem to me. Where if you make all of that, you're not the reason I'm happy, and you're not the reason I'm unhappy. The reason I'm happy is because I've aligned with my Source, and the reason I'm unhappy is because I'm not aligned with my Source. So my happiness is not dependent. My love is unconditional. My happiness is unconditional. My love is unconditional. My connection is unconditional. It's not connected to you, which means you're free to receive the benefit of my love. I'm not giving you credit or blame for my love. To be the receiver of that is the greatest gift that you could ever give to anyone, because anything less than that is bondage. To say to someone, and parents do it to their children, children do it to their parents, you're all doing it to each other, you're holding each other in unreasonable captivity. Saying to each other that my happiness depends on you, and therefore you need to be different, and so you're stepping all over each other's toes of freedom.
Yeah, we're good at saying, my happiness is an inside job. This comes from me. My happiness doesn't depend on you.
Well, we know you are, and we know you're doing a good job, and we hear it, and we've often heard you say better than we say what we know. In other words, we know that you get this. We know that a lot of you get this. But what is unconditional love anyway? Unconditional love is, I'm happy. I'm happy. I'm happy in this moment. Unconditional love is, I have the ability to focus myself in happiness. So I look over there and there are bombs dropping on children. Well, I can't look at that and be happy at the same time. So I have to make that irrelevant to my happiness. And people say, oh, you should not put your head in the sand because there are social issues that need your attention, or there are relationship issues that need your attention. And we say, you have to reach the place where you are willing to let that debate go with everyone, where you say, I cannot experience unconditional love while I've got active in my vibration things that the Source within me does not have active in their vibration.
Right. And so you can just watch the law of attraction take those people right out of your life. And I love that.
And law of attraction will keep them in your life as long as they are active in your vibration.
Right, so even thinking about the conversation that you had about them going away from you because of the topic that you didn't want to talk about because it was going to pull you out of the vortex is doing the same thing.
And if you keep it up, then the evidence of it is there. Now all of this, it sounds difficult, really, because you're interacting with so many people on so many levels. But when you look at it the way we're trying to get you to see it, it isn't difficult when you care about how you feel. In other words, suddenly we think that someone who's been in the vortex as much as you have and has developed an appetite for it as much as you have, who is so not willing or wanting to leave the vortex for long periods of time for any reason, you're in the perfect position to finally get it that everything is irrelevant other than your alignment, which means you'll be out and in, but mostly in. And when you're mostly in, the very vibrational nature of being mostly in means that if anybody in your life isn't mostly in like you're mostly in, then they have to leave your experience.
Yeah.
And we think that sometimes what a conversation like this is that what if I purify my vibration so completely and establish so beautifully my unconditional love relationship with my source that then people that I've gotten used to, people that I've made commitments to, aren't up to speed. And we say, you can't think like that because in the vortexness, you will elicit it from them. In other words, it's not like they're all going to go away. What's more likely to happen is that the best of them will come to you. And that's what we meant earlier. We want to go back and address this. We said to you earlier, so here's all of these possible situations, relationships, encounters, conversations out there. Plethora of them, more detailed and more in number than we could even begin to even articulate slightly. It's a huge mass of possible interaction. And here is your point of attraction in the vortex. So let's say you're not in the vortex. So now all of that stuff is relating to you from there. Or you're a little closer to the vortex and all of that is relating to you from there. Or you're really close to the vortex and all of that is relating to you from there. Or you are in the vortex experiencing unconditional love and all of that is relating to you from there. So in this woman that you love is all of this potential. If you think of nothing other than where you are in relationship to your vortex, that's easy to manage.
Yeah.
And as you accomplish this, then you'll get the best from her, you'll get the best from the people you work with, you'll get the best from the restaurants, you'll get the best from traffic, you'll get the best from the cellular interaction in your body, you'll get the best from the mental communication that happens within you, you'll get the best from your communication with source. In other words, you'll line up with the best weather, you'll line up with the best tickets on airplanes, you'll line up with the best of everything, not just her. Unconditional love gets you the best of all of it, you see. And we promise you, it's a whole lot easier to just deal with 4 or 5 levels of vibration than it is to sift through all of the piles of your girlfriend.
Right.